Bezzecchi set to go through Q1, but Bezzecchi was getting rave reviews from his team when he came into the box yesterday. Very, very happy with the work he's...
Right at the doorstep of the Italian, as Lewis said, the problem with the radiator yesterday dumped him in last place. Of course, he was very, very strong. Keep an eye on Marini, because if he can get it going here this weekend, he was third quickest in the test here. Must have been thrown a bit of a curveball, like most of the riders have. Moves down to a 1:37.860.
Unfortunately for his teammate, though, who will be hoping these times tumble a lot more than in these tyres and stay off the wet patches. We saw a lot of this in Moto3 earlier on today. If you touch the white lines, it is absolutely hazardous, even when the track is full.
Of keeping temperature in the tyres, you know, to warm the out with sometimes a brand new soft, because they didn't use one yesterday, but that's on the front. But they're all using used softs on the rear to save.
For them with Fuller Miller, 12 laps on that soft tyre combination, the slick tyres that he was the first man to switch over, 17 to turn 5. Did a great job of cleaning up the circuit after all the stones that were being picked up last time. And that's the second time, though. He's just gone in a little bit hot. He did it at the first corner, a couple of laps up in the late yellow flag drama with Bastianini and Marc Marquez. So a Friday to forget for Mia. And Alex Rins.
The race pace they've got, but it never really materialised. They didn't have the tyre left at the end of the race. And the question that was asked with this new Suzuki top speed that they've now inherited, in extra horsepower, was whether that's going to affect them in other areas and whether they'll still have their tyre management.
And we normally know that Joan Mir is one of the most aggressive riders. He comes charging through the pack from poor qualifying so often over the last couple of years. And yeah, he's podium charged. Boy, does he need a big weekend here in Mandalika. He said just vital that he sees the checkered flag coming in this weekend. He's just gone top of this damp FA, give you mechanics an unwanted repair job, and potentially, of course, risk injury for yourself. So our world championship leader not really Doha. It was a real problematic start for Miller. Retirement damp conditions in Indonesia. A 1:36.056. That's the benchmark lap time in this standalone session. That's the times you can see on the screen, the left-hand side of your screen.
Don't have to worry about sweating it out in Q1 this afternoon, but he was particularly happy with the new casing on the construction on the rear tyre brought by Michelin. He feels it gives him better. Johann Zarco, what's the Frenchman been up to into turn 16?
Yeah, that's the mistake we've seen so often coming into that crucial final sector. The last, that's going to be crucial in the race there, isn't it? To see how it pans out in those last 2 or 3 corners, particularly if there's a battle of just conditioned his normal aggressive attacking style in the Grand Prix. He was happy to settle for the 11th place rather than take too many risks, and he said clearly that warm-up crash just did jolt his confidence a little bit. It doesn't look...
Bagnaia, unsurprisingly, doesn't quite has show a wheel up the inside of Marc Marquez. Nothing to be gained from into that top 10. Is Marc Marquez going to get into the low 35s? Not quite, a 35.5. Bagnaia just behind him moves up to 7th on a 36.4.
These two, of course, had a battle royale.
Rins has had some sort of problem out on track as well, and he's now made his way into the pits. So, yeah, 1 or 2 issues out there for the riders out there. Some mechanical gremlins creeping in. But Fabio Quartararo, you'll certainly want to get those gremlins out of the way, because he certainly appears to have
that 1:35.550. He's still got Pecco Bagnaia for company behind him as well. Q1, which potentially will feature this man, Marc Marquez, the man directly behind him as well, Pecco Bagnaia, Joan Mir and Pol Espargaro as waving the...
Electrifying session for Marc Marquez. Look at the laps coming in from the 2 VR46 Ducatis. Well, Marco Bezzecchi could find himself somewhere near the top 3 here with this. Marc Marquez over the line, a 34.1, that's a fraction slower than second.